Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman29. Just came on to give a reply to Hive Radical for Creedal Christians on the Plurality Trinity. I believe that a lot of misunderstanding comes about from just not reading Jewish literature. The way I see it is that the Tanakh is the original software, and you have Babylonian expansion packs, Persian expansion packs, Greek expansion packs, Egyptian expansion packs, pseudo-epigraphical expansion packs, apocryphal expansion packs, Greek Hellenistic expansion packs. And people need to read all that literature and understand that there was Orthodox view, and then there was a fairy tale, mythological ideas about the text that the common person sat around and wondered about, and these were labeled as false texts. But references to such things appear in the Talmud and the Midrashim, and you see it coming out a lot of times. So what's interesting is even the dimensions. Orthodox Judaism does not believe in necessarily a hell, so to speak, as we as evangelicals view it. However, there was a Rebbe who was probably the first one, or some of the first stories about a Rebbe, who had visions of such things, 7 hells, 7 heavens, long before the text of Dante, and may have even influenced Dante. You have texts like the text attributed to Enoch, which is a little bit of Persian, a little bit of Greek Hellenization going on, and mixed with Judaism, especially demonology. All this stuff came a lot from the Persians, mostly, and the ideas of Greek Hellenization mixed with Judaism. And it explains a lot of background about how people thought, the common person thought, why there are so many incantation bowls found, and spells and things used to ward off demons, and even what the Apostle Paul says about it, and how how bad he thought the situation was on the fight against demons. These stories on how all that came to be through mythology explain how people, the common person, thought, maybe including Christ himself. So it's pretty amazing to look up the idea of the start, the very roots, the primitive roots of the idea of the Trinity would have to be some kind of Mithra idea. You probably heard that before, and also in Hebrew, the idea of Metatron. Metatron was the highest angel, and of course he could not be any higher or as high as God. He was not Samael, the evil one who had evil inclinations, and the war in heaven, which is referred to by Paul, which was in the Greek Hellenistic stories that influenced Jewish literature, and probably a little bit before that. But he was different, and he was later associated with Enoch Metatron, and also he was somewhat associated with Moses in some ways. He was, I believe, the angel who, in the text of the ascension of Moses, took Moses to heaven. Now, a lot of these were just expansions on things that people sat around and wondered about, and were not adopted by Orthodox. However, what the common people thought sometimes is important. Just like Orthodox tried to stamp out Canaanite ideas and Babylonian ideas in the Tanakh and other religious literature that was deemed Orthodox, some of it still slipped in. The Orthodox did one thing, the public said, yeah, we believe you. However, when they weren't looking, they did other things. So that's how you end up having people wondered about this stuff. especially the ideas of Adam and Eve. So you get the texts of Adam and Eve 1 and 2, and all this stuff, the conflict with Cain and Seth on the mountain and sons of men, and all that. All that literature is a voice of a people, and it all leads up to influences inside of Christianity, but they just changed it, and they made it compatible with the theology. So, look into some of that stuff, please. And I don't know why we don't read more of it. Orthodox tells us not to, but we definitely need to, because it gives us a real, not only the Orthodox background as a base, but the mythological base of how the common people viewed things and thought about things. And it's pretty interesting indeed. So I've been going through all that in the last month, and it's beautiful literature, and I believe it all should be read. So take care, friends, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.